Hello, it is me again, King Her. That's what I do. Making this podcast, episode 2. I'm making it, I don't know if I'll do it every day, but I don't know. I'll probably have to do it every day because why not? It's not like difficult. But, anyways, this is basically the same night or the same day I did it my last one, but I did it this time with, different pants, different shirt. So that it stands out, you can try and tell. But also so that, because I need to upload it in a reasonable time. So let's make a new episode. Not much has changed, but I'm wearing my Rise shirt, as you can tell. Rise. I'm a volunteer. This is a volunteer shirt. Okay. You can probably see my mirror back there too. But Rise, cool stuff. I enjoy it. I'm pretty proud to say that I'm part of Rise. It's nice. I enjoy it, and I think we're doing great stuff. I like that we're changing things out. We're making things happen. Okay. Let's see. Today, well, when you see this, it'll be the next day. But basically, what I'm gonna plan to do is finish some music. Of course, there's things to do at Rise, but there's music to do. There's meetings to be had. Of course, I want to sing and dance. So there's dances I have to get. There's choreography I need to practice if I need to be. If I'm trying to be good, I'm a way better dancer than I am a singer, but it's all relative. Basically, it's all trying to get better. So I'm gonna probably, if anything, I'm going to be working on my dancing, hopefully working on my dancing. But if not, I'll be working on my singing because, like I do say, I do have 2 songs. So if anything, once I have them more stable, I can start making choreo to it, and then I can start to have that something so that when I do end up recording it, I can do it like a dance, a choreo, and do the video at the same time, or maybe a little differently, but we'll see. If anything, tomorrow work on music, work on the dance. Uh, Hopefully, I can, in some sense, be able to start putting it together so that I can kind of get an idea of what it looks like, what I'm trying to do, how everything's gonna kind of pan out. But as it stand right now, it's kind of all in the air of what I could do. So yes, with that, and then after that too, of course, I'll be doing my best to take care of that stuff. Of course, making sure that I get all my daily things in, like eating, brushing my teeth, skincare, all that good stuff. Try to get myself ready. Cause you gotta be on top of it. Gotta make sure, you know, what's it called? That I'm, you know, I keep doing what I need to do in order to succeed. So I need to step by step, slowly practice, 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 practice. Of course, it won't show my results right away, but it will be something that if I keep doing it, keep practicing, keep going, I'll get better and better and better. Before I know it, I'm like, oh, I'm already better than I was the last month, the last year, better than I was a few days ago, etc., etc. Well, maybe not a few days ago. That's a little too fast of an improvement, but you kind of get what I'm trying to say. Maybe, just maybe. Hope your day will go well. Hope my day will go well. Let's kill it today. Let's do our best. Best foot forward. It's always a struggle to always make things happen, make ends meet. Your day is always not always gonna be the same, and things don't always go as planned. But we can always hope, right? And we can always shoot for a better day. You can always try to do things better. Always try for a better day. Things don't always go as planned, but it's all good. Just make things happen, make things move. I'm trying to remember topics that I want to bring up, things I want to talk about, discussing, because I have 30 minutes to kill. So it's like this is my time to just really talk about anything, share about anything, talk about topics. Here's this pretty simple topic. I'll just talk about me. So I find it quite hard to, and what I so like, mm, so Kyle brought it up to me once. He's like, cause it was a separate topic, but it's like basically what the topic, what we were trying to talk about. It was like, yes, you're talkative, you're extroverted, but if you don't know the person, then you're reserved. I'm like, yeah, that's really true. So if I don't know someone, it gets very difficult to conversate. It's very difficult to really be engaging. Like, oh, this, that, you, me. talk moving forward. Like if I don't know someone, it's really difficult to really talk or to really like be extroverted or to really be this person to me that you're seeing right now that's doing podcasts, that's singing, that dancing, that performing. If it's just somebody, I'm just like okay, like yeah, I'm quite like you know reserved a little bit. In a way, I guess you can say I am introverted and an extrovert at the same time. But I think as a base, I'm more of an introvert in a way where if I don't have to talk or I don't really feel the need to talk or want to talk, then I don't really talk. Doesn't mean that I can't or I won't or I don't want to. It's just more so I don't, and that's it. Um, so basically, I would sometimes, I do want to talk more, but I catch myself. I'm like, I don't know what to say, or I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do, or I'm like, I do want to talk about this, but at this point, I'm like, I haven't said anything all day, and I think I'll just reserve myself to myself. I'm like, I haven't said anything. I'm not gonna say anything there. But as I'm moving forward and trying to be a better me, better person, moving forward, trying to be the best person that I can be, that I want to be, things of that sort. I don't know. That's definitely things I want to work on. Things that I want to work on, improve. As in, like, I want to be better at talking to people. I want to be better to the point where if I want to talk with someone, I can just talk with someone. If I want to be open with someone, I want to be open with someone. If I want to approach someone, I can just approach someone. I think it's something that, or it's something that I want to improve. It's something that I want to be better at. In terms of just connecting with others, being able to tell people who I am, or being able to see who other people are, because you're not always gonna meet people because people come to you. Sometimes you meet people because you go to them, and that's how you meet new people. So it's like it's a process. It also doesn't help that, especially like if I'm really tired, or like if I've been like working, like let's say I'm working volunteering with Rise, and then we start to meet new people. I'm just like, nah, I'm kind of burnt out. I'm kind of done for the day because I've already gave all my energy that day. I've already been an extrovert the whole day, and now I need time to like come back to myself and just sit alone and be in a dark room and listen to music. Like I just need time to be by myself right now. I don't really want to be around everybody. I don't really want to like meet new people. But it's like, no, this is the only opportunity you're gonna get, and you really want to meet new people. But it's also like, it's been a long day, and I kind of just want to go back to my corner and just kind of like sit for a little bit. So that's what I've been wanting to. Well, learning about myself too. I'm like, yeah, like it gets harder to go out there and do all those things when you've had a hard day or you have a long day, and you're just like, yeah, I'm kind of done. Or like I kind of want to just sit back for a little bit. Although I really want to talk to and meet new people, I'm just also like, unless there's effort, unless I don't really feel like putting the effort in to like try to meet new people. I'm just like, I just want to sit back for a little bit. And if you want to meet me, then we can. Or if you want to just talk with me, then we can. Or if I want to talk to you, we can. But it's just like, I'm just like, I'm kind of burnt out for the day, and like I'm just like, yeah, I don't know yeah. It doesn't help too if I'm like tired, like I said, tired, sleepy, spent. I'm just like, yeah, I'm kind of done. But that being said, it's something I can work on. It's not impossible for me to meet new people if I'm tired or it's been a long day. It's just more about where I'm at, where I'm at, where's my mindset, who I'm with, what I'm doing. Is in my free time? Am I still doing things that it's like, am I still like doing artist things? Or is this just free time, or is this just hanging out, or are we like, is this business, or So it's like different settings requires me to be a different person, kind of a thing. So I'm like, I always feel kind of, so it's like kind of difficult for me to like, okay, this is time to just have fun, or like, oh, this is time to work. So I'm like, usually if I'm doing something that's like mostly just work, because like normally I wouldn't even be out if it wasn't for for work. So it's like, yeah, I can't really have fun because I wouldn't even be here if it wasn't for work. So I still have my work cap on, but I'm like, no, okay, you gotta put on your having fun hat. Okay, I'm like, okay, just don't think about work, don't think about anything. Okay, bloop. Yeah, because I'm like, it's something that I am working on, it's something that I'm thinking about, because I'm like, work, there's work, time for work, time to hang out. But when is that cutoff? And sometimes I don't cut that off until like the very end, and then there's nothing else to really enjoy. But it's also like, well, what am I trying to do? You know, yes, there's time for fun. Yes, there's time for work. But I'm also like, there's so much work to be done. Of course, I want to have fun too, but you know, you can't have everything. There's just so much to think about. But yes, basically, so it's something that I'm working towards, and as I catch myself, I'm like, okay, King, I know you want to just kind of relax right now, but I want you to push a little bit more, meet new people, be more engaging. You know, just push a little bit. You know, you don't have to go all the way, but talk here and there, and then you can go back and kind of relax a little bit. So I've been finding myself in that. I believe in, you know, improving myself, being the best that I can be, and like being who I want to be. Like, you know, be that person that I want to be. You know, not necessarily like trying to pretend to be someone I'm not. It's more so to improve yourself every day, to be someone better, or you know, however you want to define better. Maybe better as in speaking better, better as in dressing better, or better as in looking better, or it doesn't always have to be physical or visual. It can also be like the way you think, the way you react to things, the way you talk, the way you walk, the way you make things happen. You know, so I believe that's always important to like be mindful of that, and to be the best person that you want to be. You know, so so the best person that I want to be, it's, you know, someone that I want to look up to, someone that I wish I had growing up, someone that that I wish that I can, you know, look up to, and you know, follow in the footsteps in, something like that, you know, because as a kid, that was something I looked forward to. So now that I'm old enough to be that person for my younger self, I'm like, okay, I want to do that. I want to be that person that my younger self wished they had, which is someone that, you know, I don't know if I can explain it exactly word to word, because it's changing, and it's also something that's you don't you work on, and you take it step by step. It's not so much like a roadmap to it to be who you want to be. It's not exactly a roadmap. And also it's like it just gets hard to really be that person if you're trying to kind of fake it, or like not just live it or be it. So like to be that person, you just gotta be that person. You know, you don't try to like act like that person. You just be that person. So it's kind of hard for me to explain that person if I don't just live it. Give me a second. Cut. Um, and I'm back. Okay. And I'm back. Just cut. Yeah, be that person. No, not that if you want to be someone that's bad. It's just like, you know, trying to improve yourself, make things happen, move things. Anyways, I'm just ranting kind of now about that. But basically, be the best person that you want to be. And, you know, you only have one chance to do it. You only have one life to use. So make the most of it. Do what you want to do and be the person you want to be. Because you only get one shot, and you won't get your time back. And before you know it, you'll be 30, 40, 50, 60. And, you know, life, things will change, meanings, things of that sort. So make the most of what you have right now. Sorry to get kind of sentimental and kind of quiet on you, but um, yeah, I mean, it's very important. It's very, very important. You know, life is precious. Take care of yourself. I always believe that it's good to be well mentally, physically, and spiritually. You know, all that good wellness. Cause you got to take care of yourself. You know, if you don't take care of yourself, then it's harder. It makes it difficult for other people. It's not impossible for other people to take care of you, but it makes it much more harder for other people to take care of you, or to if you don't care about yourself, then that makes it hard to care for other people, and for other people to care for you. Know, does that kind of make sense? I don't know. That sounds off. I'll have to rethink about that and explain it to you afterwards. But all I'm trying to say is that self-care, self-love, it's very important, and your health is very important, whether that's mentally, physically, spiritually, things of that sort. Health is important. So it's good to, relax. It's good to think. I also believe that it's important to, um, think things through, to not just push things. You can push things to the side, but you can't. That can't be your only solution, or that can't be your main solution. You can push things to the side, but at some point you're gonna have to deal with that. Like if your room is messy, at some point you're gonna have to deal with your room, or else what might end up happening is that your freaking room catches on fire, or your house catches on fire, or whatever the case. So it's like, at some point you're gonna have to deal with it, and that's okay. And deal with it, and you'll sort through your problems, and slowly work it through. And I believe that that's the best way to unwind, be a better you, or be the you that you want to be, and to move forward. Because to hold all that baggage, to hold all that, to have all that with you, sometimes you just gotta sort it through, and just move forward in life. Sorry, I'm getting kind of sentimental. As I'm doing these podcasts, I play music, or I play things on the background. And right now, I have these relaxing, soft piano, rain music playing, and now I just feel so very monotone and so very like down to earth. But yeah. So right now, as an artist, as someone that's wanting to put stuff out there, doing content, I am of course on a diet. Diet as in like just watching calories in, calories out, making sure that I'm trying to hit 140. And right now I'm like 143, 142, 145. I'm like hovering. I'm like this around 145, 142, 145, 142. I'm like that, So I'm hoping to hit 140, 138, 140, 138, something like that. I'm planning to hit something like that. But we'll see how I feel, how I look. Right now, I feel and look pretty decent, or at least I feel like I look and feel pretty good. But I do want to hit 140. For me, personal goal, and also for to see what my condition is, what I look like, what I feel like. But of course, the goal is to be healthy. The goal is to be athletic and be able to still do everything I want to do, but be around that weight level, because for looks, but also for athleticism, because I feel like so that around that weight range is where I'm lightest, or where I hopefully can expend the most energy. Because like I like even in high school, I think I'm like 150. I think the lowest I've been was like 152, 153, like in terms of like before now. And now I'm like 148, or not 140, 145, 143, 142, and going shoot for 140. I'm like probably the lightest I've been since like middle school or something, So it's like a new change for me. But yeah. That's part of my, I guess you can call it my trainee phase, my becoming my artist phase, or like me trying to be the best artist that I can be, or that I want to be. So there's that side. Of course, the singing, the dancing. Of course, the singing and dancing part does, is influenced from like K-pop too, where it's like, K-pop, sing, dance, kind of that industry. So I can't really say that. No, it's not. I'm not influenced by that. I just want to do me. No, it's not. It's not quite true. Like, that I am kind of influenced by that too. It is nice, and like, and like also it's just adding more to what I could do too, because I don't believe that my singing is that strong. So being able to dance too will add more to the performance, and also would just bring more to the table instead of just singing, or instead of just dancing. We can combine the two and then make something even better, or even better for me, because I know I'm not a very strong singer and I'm not a very strong dancer, but I can put the two together and be good enough to make it decent, to make it nice, and also bring something different to the table, because I believe that I want to kind of hit that market, be in that pocket, sing, dance, because you don't really see a lot of sing, dance, outside of like the industry of K-pop and like sing, dance, boy groups, girl groups, or artists and things like that. You don't really see a lot of sing and dance. So it's like, oh, okay, I want to do sing and dance, especially here in the States. You don't really see that in the United States. And outside of that industry, and that outside of that K-pop music industry, you don't really see sing and dance. So I'm like, oh, I do want to do sing and dance, and I want to, put it out there and like be able to do it well enough on my own too. So it's to also inspire others. Like, hey, if you want to sing, if you want to dance, you can do it too. And it's not that it's difficult, but it is a commitment, and it is like you do have to take time to really learn it, especially if you're not a strong dancer, you're not a strong singer, because I'm not either one of those. I'm not a strong singer or a strong dancer, but I do want to do it. And if I want to do it, if there's a will, there's a way. And if you really want to do it and you're serious about it, put your work in. Put your hours in. Really focus on it. Really break it down. Really study it. Really do your homework on it, because there's nothing stopping you from doing it, from being good at it. The only thing that's stopping you from being good at it is yourself. Of course, there's things like talent. You might not be good at it at first, but that doesn't mean that you can't build up your skills to it, because I never knew that I would be singing or dancing and that I want to perform. I never even knew that. I just knew that it slowly became a thing because I started breaking or breakdancing, and I started singing, and then I started rapping, started dancing, started doing choreo. So it's like it started adding up. I'm like, oh, now I want to sing and dance, But bringing that up though, I always had this feeling like, oh, I want to go on stage and bust all these moves and do all this great stuff and be like, oh, look at you, I'll, be on stage or just do something really amazing. I really feel that I want to do something amazing. Even when I was a kid, I was like, oh, I want to go on stage and just bust something amazing, even if I don't know what that something is. But yeah, I never thought that I would be, wanting to do music, want to sing, want to dance, want to perform. Of course, there was that nervousness, like, oh, want to everybody see me? Oh my god, I'm so nervous. But I think at this point, I'm like, no, I just really want to be on stage, or I really want to show what I got, and really just want to. If I'm gonna go into this career choice, then there's nothing to be afraid of, because this is what I want to do. There's, what is there to be feared if this is exactly what you want? If you want to be the best of the best, what is there to be afraid of? Of course you'll be nervous. Of course there'll be anxieties. Of course there will always be that that feeling, on your lower back, like that tingling feeling in your spine, in your arms and your legs, and you're just like, ugh. But that's where you push through, and you kind of just tell yourself like, hey, it is kind of scary. It is kind of it does shake you up a little bit, but you're also feeling like this is what I want to do. So yes, I'm nervous. Yes, I'm scared, but this is what I want to do, and this is there's nothing else I would rather be doing than this, or there's nowhere else I would rather be than here. And I kind of tell myself that, and that's been helping me move forward and just punch through those walls and punch through those fears and those uncertainties, those feelings, those anxiety. So let's say I'm going to perform right in front of my friends or right in front of my people or my peers. They're like, okay, now show your piece. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna show my piece. But I'm like, no, this is exactly what I want. This is exactly where I want to be. This is the exact opportunity that I want to be in. What is there to be afraid of? Punch that wall. Yeah, check it. And then boom, go. 1, 2, 3, go, kind of a thing. Because it's a great opportunity, and it's a great feeling to be able to even do what I'm doing right now. So there's nowhere else I would rather be than here. Then let's go. If that's the case, then let's go. Of course, there will always be those fears. There will always be everything. But when I tell myself that, it helps. It's been helping me move forward and punch through those walls. Of course, maybe at some point I will come to that wall again. Maybe I will need a different solution. But as of right now, that solution has been helping me. Hopefully, that can help you too. Let's say there's something that you're kind of afraid of, but you punch through it. You're like, hey, there's no other scenario I'd rather be in. I'm just happy to be here, or I'm just happy to be in this situation. That wow, I can't, and like I won't get this opportunity again. Let's go for it. Let's go. Boom, you go for it. Yeah. That's how I've been kind of feeling. That's how I punch through things and get things done. And that's how I'm not as nervous or not as anxious. And of course, practice. of course, you'll always be nervous if you don't practice, or you're like, oh my god, I haven't done anything. Oh my god, I'm horrible. I'm gonna mess up. Of course, if you haven't practiced, if you haven't done everything, but trust the process. Trust your etiquette. Trust in your training. Trust in your teachers, your peers. Trust in the work that you've put in, and trust that when things start going, it's gonna all work out. Trust in those around you and those that help you get to where you're at, and trust the work that you've done so far. Trust in your training, trust in your work, that it's gonna take you there, that you won't mess up. Of course, it is kind of a mental game too, so you gotta make sure that at some point you also got, like, okay, relax, I got this. Mental games, let's go. Wow, I got to ranting a lot about that, but yeah, hopefully that kind of helps you out with the mindset and see where I'm kind of at too. Singing, dancing, I'm in a good spot. Let's make things happen. Working with Rise is pretty cool. What can I really say else? Okay, I'm saying that to gather my thoughts. Okay, I have about 5 minutes. Yeah, about 5-6 minutes. So, making 30-minute podcasts every day, probably, because why not? Because I need content. I'm gonna start posting, and so why not make it every day? It's just a matter of what should I say, what should I do. But maybe if you have questions, you can always just shoot me questions. I'll talk about it, or I'll try to talk about to the best that I can. It's a start, and it's a lot better than before, where I'm like, oh, how do I do this? How do I do that? Where did this come from? What is the count? What am I? It's like it starts to make sense, and I start to realize that boom, I start having a system. So, with that being said, what that taught me is what I'm gonna bring to like my music, my singing, and things like that. Make it better than last. Keep making it. Keep going. Just push for it. Keep making it happen. And before you know it, it is gonna happen. It takes time, but it will happen. It will happen. You just gotta, if you're really serious about it and you are doing really, consistently, and you're mindful of it, and you're not just mindlessly going through it too. I think that's one of the big things that will help you push forward and make things happen. That's kind of it for this podcast. I really am enjoying myself. I'm having a great time. I'm speaking a lot of English, of course. I can 學到龍鳳啫嘛，但是個韓文真係je sais who will actually understand Hmong, or who will actually understand what I'm saying. So I just speak a lot of English, but if you ever want a Hmong episode, I could do more Hmong too. 我學到龍鳳係一個 episode，但是佢真係，但是我這就係嗰陣啦。但是有個什麼嘛係幾多啫嘛。But yeah, I'll slowly say if you wanted me to do more. I can do more. I can do my best. Try to do my best, and also it'll help me practice, because this is all practice at the end of the day. Me being in front of the camera, me talking about myself, me talking about my feelings, or talking about not necessarily feelings, but me talking about my mindset, talking about topics that I want to talk about, share with you, and also just this is free time for me to just express myself, get better at talking, get better at talking to a camera, get better at just creating content. Why not? It takes practice, and you don't get, I wasn't born to be a great speaker, or I wasn't born a great speaker, but that doesn't mean I can't practice to be a great speaker. Just because you're not talented in something doesn't mean that you can't be good at it. Just because you weren't born gifted doesn't mean you can't be the best, or you can't be great in what you want to do. Take that home and pull it to heart. Think about it. Let it sit. Oh, sorry. Let it sit. Let it marinate in your mind, and really enjoy it. Just like put it into your heart, and you say, I feel good. I love myself, and let's get things going, and let's go. Grab our stuff. Let's make this happen. All right. Thank you. My name has been King Michael Her. I don't have an artist name yet, but so great to be here, and I hope that you have a great day, great time. Take care of yourself out there. Yeah, that's probably my outro or something.